Excuse me, guys. Hey, what's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the channel. And on tonight's live stream episode, I'm going to be showing you exactly how to install Windows 11. So if you guys have any issues installing, I have some information linked in the description below. It is very lengthy, so definitely do check that out. I pretty much put a step-by-step tutorial in that description as well. So without further ado, guys, live chats are open, and if you guys would like to join the chats, all is welcome as well. So please be respectful to myself, my moderators, and all my viewers, because negativity on this channel will not be tolerated at any given time. So without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and dive on into it. Hang on just a second. So first thing you're definitely going to want to do is when you have your, I gotta turn my camera, guys. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you guys exactly how to go about doing this. So I'm also going to show you how to do this the correct way. So the first thing you're going to want to do is, if you have a laptop, come down here to your start menu. Go ahead and open that. Click on your power button. And then right above that, before you do this, guys, this is very important to follow the step-by-step, because this is basically showing you how to do this the correct way. This key right here is the left shift key. So I'm going to go ahead and press. And my computer is going to automatically restart, which I never really expected that to happen, but okay. So evidently we're on a blue screen. So I don't know what just happened here, guys. I think it's probably going to be one of those type of live streams where we're going to be seeing some blue screen. These are no effects, guys. This is something that is actually going on. This is an older computer, a lower end PC, and of course that says it right there. So anyway, let me go ahead and speed this process up, guys. See if I can try to do this and see what happens. I can't guarantee that this is going to kick back over to my home screen, unless, of course, I need to update my BIOS, which I think this is already did the BIOS update. So let's just let's see what goes on. This computer is probably going to take forever, guys. This computer is it with it being a lower end PC, expect the unexpected. I would show you on this computer, but I have a live stream going here, guys. So definitely do check out the link in the description, guys. Definitely try to follow this step by step. Garbage. Hopefully this took care of the situation. I definitely do want to apologize for the inconvenience, guys. I think what I'm probably going to have to do is take the computer apart and remove the CMOS battery. For about 10 to 15 seconds. Because when you remove the CMOS battery, guys, not only you reset the timing or reset the date and time on your PC, but reset the that also does reset your BIOS as well. So now I'm just trying to figure out what the hell's going on with this damn thing. All right, guys, so I'm going to turn this back around, wait for this to finish loading. Then once it goes to the home screen, I'm going to show you guys exactly how to go about setting this up to do that. Here we go. Hopefully I don't have any more issues doing this. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here to my start menu. So now here we go, guys. And this is a touchscreen, by the way. So as you guys can see, I'm continuing to press down and hold my left shift key down. So once this computer starts to turn back on, here it is, guys. Here's the options right here. So once you do this right here, guys, you're going to come down to troubleshoot. Click on troubleshoot, go to advanced options. Here we go. Uninstall updates. Once you come up here to uninstall updates, you're basically going to go ahead and click on that. And then once you click on this will uninstall every update. Once that completes, you're going to come up here to this, click here, and continue or exit and continue to the previous version of Windows that you're on or that your computer resides at. So either that would be Windows 10 or possibly Windows 11, then or Windows 10 basically. So if you're trying to switch to from Windows 10 to Windows 11, those are the simple steps you're going to want to take. So once you get your, I hate this computer, I really do. This computer is very problematic, guys. I hate when it does this because when it does that, I'm going to move this over here again. There's obviously some type of power issue going on inside of the computer. I'm going to have to check everything internally. So once you come to this, so once you go back to your home page here, you're going to come down to your Windows again. Then you're going to come up to settings. Once you click on settings, you're going to come down to update and security. And obviously this is wanting me to bump this up to Windows 11. So this is version 25. So that would be 25H2. But guys, there is going to be an update for Windows 11. So not to mention, it will go from 25H2 to 26H1. Optional updates, Windows updates, Windows 11. I don't want Windows 11 on this computer. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of that. And if your computer is not updating, guys, two reasons. Number one, if you don't have a BitLocker chip installed onto the mother, if you don't have a BitLocker chip attached to the motherboard or the TPM chip, your computer will not update to Windows 11, so you'll be stuck on the previous version. This computer right here, guys, I did do a live stream when I did upload, or when I did update from Windows 10 to Windows 11, but I was having some issues, so I converted that back to Windows 10. So unfortunately, guys, when it comes to the computer and stuff like that, if you try to go back to a previous update without using a thumbstick, that's probably going to revert you all the way back to Windows 7. Why Microsoft is doing that is because they're wanting you to basically buy their Windows 11 update, and that's going to run you right around $150. But there's also a free version of it, still also endorsed with a digital license. So I think what's going to happen, guys, is when they go to Windows 12, Microsoft has not made the official announcement. Definitely do be careful of this, guys, because once you update your computer from one version to the next, your computer is probably going to be loaded full of malware. And of course, spyware. There's 2 or 4 things that you don't need. I've already listed 2. Ransomware and a Trojan horse. Those are the 4 things on a computer that you do not want for any of that to be there. Malware can actually duplicate itself and store itself deep in the system. So once it basically duplicates itself and it hides deep in the system. So what I mean by this, guys, is it will go into the deepest files of your computer, and it will, once it replicates itself and makes a double copy of it, it's stored deep in the computer system, so you will not probably be able to see it or find it unless you scan every single file yourself, unless you look through all of those and you know exactly what you're looking for. Then go ahead and remove it. But if you're not able to do so, guys, check out FortTect. That is also a malware removal tool. And also, that will repair all systematic files. So if you are having issues with your PC, just note for the records that that will even remove malicious malware, any type of malware in your computer. All that will be gone once you switch over to FortTect, but you can also download the free version of FortTect on your computer. And as a simple legal disclaimer, guys, I have no partnership, apprenticeship, or sponsorship with FortTect. I did check the reviews. I did literally check the reviews on one of my or several live streams, guys, not just one, but several others. And as you guys can see, that right there actually has a 5-star review all across the board. So if you guys definitely want to check that out, I definitely do recommend that. But if you do update to Windows 11, you do have the ability to turn off the TPM, which is supposedly a trusted platform module. And when it comes to Microsoft, I do not trust that module. Your BitLocker chip is basically for your systems. It's basically for the systematic encryption of your computer. I don't trust that either. So if you plan on downloading any type of encryption feature for your PC, I definitely do recommend downloading VeraCrypt because you keep all your privacy all stored in one system and it's not getting leaked to a corporation or to its external servers, to where that information there can also be leaked directly onto the deep web because they sell your information without your knowledge. So that would be a direct violation of the Privacy Act of 1970. And also, if they say, well, you basically agreed to the terms and conditions, that's fine and dandy. But there has to be a physical, handwritten endorsement with your personal signature. Without that personal signature, that document is automatically null and void, so they cannot use that against you if you take them to court to sue them for violating the rights to your privacy. So I'm pretty sure that you would actually have a pending case, guys. That falls under the 1970 Privacy Act. And why Microsoft does not trust their own customers with their own personal data. It's all about this, guys. So be careful of what you're getting yourselves into when you're dealing with Microsoft, because a lot of things I simply don't suggest trusting that one bit. And if you go back and you look at Microsoft's Windows 11 programs, Microsoft actually has a very, very, very bad rating when it comes to Windows 11. So Windows 11 has basically declined in revenue all the way down to approximately 28%. It went completely down. When Windows 98 was running, guys, that was probably I think that was probably one of the best ones before they actually started developing later versions, and basically they decided to start upping their prices. Windows 11, if you want my honest opinion about Windows 11, I would honestly say it's not worth it. If you guys are definitely looking forward to downloading any other operating system, remove Windows 11 completely from your PC, download Steam's operating system, or you can also download Linux Mint. For those of you who don't mind AI, but myself personally, I don't trust artificial intelligence because that's a direct violation of privacy right there. I personally do believe that the AI should be banned in all 50 states. Because again, if you're using artificial intelligence, for example, look at Alexa. Do the research on Alexa, guys. Alexa has a camera that's used as a monetary system that can spy on you right there in your own home and watch every ounce of movement in just one particular room. So that type of artificial intelligence is able to track every single move you make when you have that connected and hooked up into your own house. So this is why I do not trust AI. I do not trust Google. I do not trust Alexa, Microsoft. I can honestly say I truly don't trust them either. So if you guys are in fact planning on downloading different operating systems like Steam's operating system or Linux, be sure to transfer all their be sure to transfer all your personal data, or not your personal data, I'm sorry. Be sure to transfer all your data directly onto a 32 gigabyte thumbstick or a 64 gig thumb drive. And the reason why I say this, guys, is because if your computer actually has a BIOS update, or if it goes through with a BIOS update, if your BIOS does not recognize any of the installments that you put in your computer, which it probably won't except for Windows or Microsoft, you're going to lose all that data. You're going to lose the download. You're going to lose all of it. Okay, not just half of it. You're going to lose all of it. So get you a 32 gigabyte hard drive or a 64 gig like this right here. Plug that in, transfer whatever version you're running, whether it be Linux or Steam's operating system, onto a thumb drive. So when your computer actually does a BIOS update, you will not lose all that data because, for one, it's basically running off thumbstick, which is basically running off of a separate drive. Make sure that all your computer drivers are up to date. Make sure that your BIOS is up to date. I don't suggest doing that before a BIOS update, guys, in case you have a corrupt file, because your computer will probably go into BitLocker's recovery. And to be honest with you, the BitLocker recovery is a pain in the ass, big time. BitLocker is basically setting you up for a digital disaster. And which I'm going to cover that in here in just a moment. Jesus Christ. So, if you ever do go into if you ever do happen to find yourself in a BitLocker recovery, make sure that you have your BitLocker ID number, which is a 48-digit code. Every computer is different. Every computer will have different codes. So I'm going to show you exactly what a BitLocker recovery looks like. It is a major pain in the ass, guys. I'm not even going to lie. So if your computer ever does, in fact, go to that recovery screen, and again, I'm going to show you here in just a moment, as soon as I find it. Please excuse me, guys. I do have a lot of photos, so just bear with me for Just a moment longer. I'm too far down. Come on. I just got to get to it, guys. I have so many photos in this phone. Oh my God, man. I can't believe how many photos I have stored up in this device. So in case you guys don't know what a BIOS update would look like, this would be it right here. And if you guys are going through HP, I don't honestly suggest getting their types of computers. Because their customer service directly through because contacting them directly through their customer service is actually a joke, guys. All right, here we are, guys. So if you ever do come across a BitLocker recovery screen, you're probably going to need another computer for this. You could probably do this on your mobile device. You're going to gain access to your Microsoft account. Okay, so this is what a BitLocker recovery looks like. Enter the recovery key from this drive. Okay, so use the number keys or function keys F1 to F10. Use F10 for 0. Okay, so when you go to type all 48 digits, you're basically going to use your function keys. These up here at the very top of your keyboard, you don't want to use these because it will not register. You don't want to use the numeric on your keyboard. F1 all the way over to F10. All right, keep that in mind. So if you ever do come across a BitLocker recovery screen, no worries. I will show you guys exactly what you're going to need to do to get out of that. So once you go into your Microsoft account, you're going to look for this first paragraph right here. You're going to look for Oscar Kilo. Depending on your computer, this is what you're going to look for right here on your Microsoft account. Once you go into there, scroll all the way over to the far right, and you should have your recovery key right there. You definitely do want to write that down or take a picture of it, guys. I myself took a photo of it, of my BitLocker recovery. And BitLocker is, like I said, you're setting yourself up for a digital disaster, guys. So you're going to find your BitLocker information. It's going to look exactly like this. Not your numbers on your computer will be a lot different than the ones you see here. I'm only using this one as an example. You don't have to type in the hyphens. Your computer will type those automatically when you go to enter F1 through F10 to whatever BitLocker recovery code you have. So a little personal note to self, that is something you definitely want to keep an eye out for. So if you ever do come across anything like that, just go into your Microsoft account and look for that little sectional right there. And off to the right of that, you're going to move to the right side of your screen. There's where your BitLocker recovery key is. Write that down or take a picture of it and store that in the cloud. So if your computer ever does have a corrupt BIOS and it goes directly back into BitLocker, there's how you get out of it. So once you get out of that, guys, your computer is going to restart. You're going to have to enter the exact same password. If you have your computer set up for a password, you're basically going to retype the pass. You're going to type the password into the first box at the top. It says enter password. You're going to use your your original password that you picked for your computer. You're going to type that in, press tab, re-enter it, and then press enter. But after you put your BitLocker code in first, press enter, then your password thing will pop up. Just type your password, then press your tab key, and then re-enter the same password. Click enter, and there you go, guys. You're all set. You have officially gotten yourself directly out of the BitLocker recovery screen. Also, secondary note to self, make sure when you type in your BitLocker code to type it in correctly. Because if you type it in incorrectly, your computer is not going to recognize that because that's also connected directly into your BIOS, which means you will not have access to your computer until you type that in the correct way. So if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to leave a comment over here in the chats, or feel free to drop a comment down below in the comment section. Let me know if that actually works for you. If it does, absolutely fantastic. If you guys are new to the channel, go ahead and get subscribed if you're not already, and be sure to turn on those beautiful bell notifications. So therefore, you'll be notified each and every single time I live stream. And also, as an additional bonus, you should, in fact, be notified right before I go on to the stream. That's if YouTube still does that. I don't know. But then again, YouTube is actually owned by Google. It's unfortunate, but hey, it is what it is. So I definitely do recommend writing down your BitLocker recovery key. And if necessary, get you a roll of clear tape like this. Pull out a good sized piece of it. Put your recovery key right down on right flat on the sticky side, and then run you another piece right over the top, and just trim it down. Therefore, you guys will actually have it laminated with. I know it's probably the cheapest way to do it, guys. But hey, in all reality, though, it is very effective, and it's very it's very less time consuming than just going out and getting it laminated. Just use two strips of tape, same length. Just cut it down, trim it down to the edge of the paper, and there you go, guys. You have everything all laminated, and there you go. So if you guys, again, if you do have any questions, comments, and concerns, be sure to drop a comment over here in the chats, or be sure to drop a comment down below in that wonderful comment section, and let me know exactly how this works out for you. If you're not exactly sure how to get into your Microsoft account, it should be very simple, guys. You can go into their webpage, or just come down. Or if you don't have your thing set up, you can type in or just go down here into your task menu or your search bar in your task menu. Come up to BitLocker. Go ahead and click that. My BitLocker is off, guys, and your BitLocker is mostly found in your solid state drive. If you're running a C drive in your PC, that is your solid state hard drive. And whatever you do, guys, if it says turn on BitLocker, that's because BitLocker is shut off. Which like I said before, I definitely recommend disabling BitLocker. Because if you don't disable it, you're going to end up going right back to that exact same issue as you did before. And if you don't have a recovery key wrote down or stored in a separate file, you're screwed. But there's always a way out of it. Go into your Microsoft account, look for that number right below F1 and F10. That little paragraph right there. You're going to match that to that BitLocker recovery key. And there is your BitLocker recovery. So once you enter that in, you should be good to go. If you do it correctly, BitLocker will unlock your computer because BitLocker will, in fact, lock up your hard drive. So it doesn't matter if you turn your computer off and you try to turn it back on, it's just going to go right back to BitLocker. So either way, you're going to have to type that in if you want to unlock your hard drive. So there you go, guys. Again, I definitely do hope that this helps you out. If it does, leave a like, drop a comment down below. Let me know if you're successful at it. Let's get a hashtag in the comment section, 2 thumbs up, or let's get a hashtag in the chats, 2 thumbs up, and let me know if that worked out for you as expected. And let me know exactly how that turned out for you. So again, I definitely do hope that this does help you guys out immensely. It doesn't matter if you're on a laptop or desktop. Either way, F1 to F1 to F10. Then once you get all that stuff entered, go into your BitLocker management and disable BitLocker. And be careful of all these other videos that you might come across on YouTube, because a lot of that information, there's a good possibility that a lot of that may be incorrect, because there's a lot of clickbait videos going around, guys, ladies and gentlemen. So definitely do be careful of this. And if you are having issues with your computer, you're going to have to find a separate computer to be able to access your BitLocker. Go into your Microsoft account. That's the best way I can tell you how to do this, guys. Search your search through your Microsoft account online. Microsoft will try to claim that they don't have that information. Bullshit. Yes, they do. Now, if you're running Copilot on your computer, you definitely would. Yeah, I definitely. Well, that depends. If you guys like Copilot, fantastic. And for those of you who can't stand Copilot, uninstall it. Get rid of it. Because when you put Copilot in your computer, from the time you start your PC up and from the time that you go to start typing in your password, Microsoft is taking screenshots of your passwords and everything else every 3 seconds. So, guys, if you do in fact have BitLocker, before they come out with Windows 12, make sure that BitLocker being able to enable or disable, make sure that those two options are still available when Windows 12 rolls out, because something kind of tells me that they're probably going to remove those and keep BitLocker forcefully active so they can continue to intrude on your personal privacy. And if you guys are in fact experiencing a breach of privacy, you guys can also check out my previous video compared to this one. There's a website that I put on YouTube. It's Morgan & Morgan. And guys, as a simple legal disclaimer, Morgan & Morgan, I have absolutely no apprenticeship, no partnership, no sponsorship with that group at all. I have absolutely zero affiliation. So you guys can check out morganandmorgan.com. And once you do that, go to the top right-hand side of the page. Their phone number will be listed right up there. And if you guys would like more information about Morgan & Morgan, stay tuned, guys, because I'm going to show you exactly how to get to their page. So I'm going to go into Microsoft Edge. And what I'm going to do from here, guys, my camera needs to refocus, is I'm going to come up here to these little three dots right here. Click on this. Come down to History. Morgan & Morgan. If you already have that in your computer and you want to pull up that website immediately, This is their official website. As you guys can see right here, official sites, or official site. Go ahead and click on that right there. And their phone number is right here in this little box. Go ahead and call that number. If you feel that any of your rights have been violated, definitely do call them. And again, guys, ABC News, this one right here, CNN, I wouldn't trust them as far as I could throw them. USA Today, Fox News, and ABC News. CNN, the reason why I don't trust CNN is because they provide a lot of false news as well. So they entice a lot of things. So be careful of the websites that you go, or be careful of the news sites that you go to, guys, because there's a lot of false information going around and certain uh, on certain news reports and stuff like that. CNN, I think they should have lost their license a long time ago, their FCC license. But at the end of the day, guys, it is what it is. Also, I'm going to show you one more thing. If you have a Steam account and you have Steam downloaded in your computer, for different games and stuff like that, if you're having issues with this, I'm going to show you how to fix that, guys. So, first of all, you're going to want to come down here to this little guy, this little arrow icon, left click here, go up to Steam, click that. Once you pull this page up here, go up to where it says settings. Now that we're here, Steam settings, account, friends and chat. Okay, now if you're having issues with that, go to your storage, click here. You're going to see three dots right here. Click and scroll down to the middle. Repair library. Confirm the change if your PC asks for confirmation. Now that that's done, fantastic. Close that out. Come up here to downloads. Click downloads. Once you click this page, scroll down, you're going to see where it says clear cache. Go ahead and clear that out. It's going to sign you out, guys. You're not going to lose anything specifically. There's going to be a window that's going to pop up right here. But you can also speed that process up. Double click. Steam, who's playing, go down, click on email account, waiting for network. So it's basically going to verify your network. It's going to verify, it's already verified who you are, or it's already verified who I am. So once you do this, guys, loading data, once you see this here, this box in the middle, just go ahead and close that out. Go over here to library, click on that. And all your game selections will be right here. so you're not officially going to lose anything specifically. Um, I showed you how to repair your library. I showed you exactly how to clear all cache files. So if Steam has not functioned correctly or accurately, definitely clear out that right there. And also, guys, if you're still having issues with that, with a game, click on that little arrow icon, go back to that little Steam icon there. And once you do this, guys, let's try this again. Go up to settings, click, go to storage, click on that. And for the game that's giving you, for the driver that's giving you issues, you can also take the game that is actually, that you're having issues with on one drive, or not just one drive itself, but on the drive that your game is installed on, and you can switch that game to a different disk drive. Once you switch everything over to a disk drive, a different drive that is, you should be good to go. Try to relaunch the game, and if it goes through and you notice a smoother gameplay, that was the issue that was causing your game to bog down performance wise, and it's probably why you were losing FPS. And this camera needs to focus. My camera does this from time to time, guys. I need to get a better camera. So there's different ways that you can do this. You can go to storage, or you can go to cloud. But if you already have the cloud enabled, you really don't need to check that out. Just go to storage and downloads. Those are the only two that you should probably check out. All this other stuff here is completely irrelevant. So there you go, guys. Again, oh, excuse me. I definitely do hope that this does help you out. I was not expecting that, guys. I definitely do want to apologize sincerely for that. So if you guys do have issues with any games or something like that, if it's kind of glitchy or bug, if there's like a bug issue, stuff like that, you can, that's what you do to fix it. And if it's still causing issues, guys, the last thing I would probably suggest doing is uninstalling and reinstalling Steam, because Steam actually does have everything that you've purchased. They actually do have a full file selection of every game that you purchased. So you're not going to lose no games. You're not going to lose anything like that. So they actually have a backup. They have a file system. They have a system set up to where when you download and purchase something, they actually have a full record of all your games. So once you install that, all that comes back to you. And that information stays private because Steam does honor their privacy. And by the way, guys, if you do download the Steam operating system or Linux Mint, definitely switch that over to a thumbstick so you don't lose your data or your download during the next BIOS update. And if you are still having issues, if your computer's not performing correctly, or if you notice anything a little bit different compared to its performance, you guys can remove the CMOS battery from the motherboard for about 10 to 15 seconds, plug that back in, that resets the BIOS. And once you reset the BIOS, guys, I'm going to show you how to fix your time zone to where you can go back in and have everything set back up accordingly. So You're going to come down here to your time zone, right click. So once you do that, guys, you're going to want to look for date and time. You can lock the taskbar. I don't recommend that, but you can do that. Show the desktop. But then again, guys, that, like I said, this all just depends on the computer that you have. A lot of this stuff can go by a lot. It can go pretty fast or it can go very slow, depending on the processor that you have available for your PC. Okay, so that's not showing anything here. Time and date, time zones, etc., etc. So let's go ahead and opt out of that. And I'm going to come over here to this PC. I'm going to show you guys how to do this here. So click here and go to, this is Windows 11. So go to adjust date and time. Click that. And once you do this, guys, adjust daylight savings time automatically. Make sure that is on set time zone automatically. You can also make sure that this is on as well. So once you get everything selected, all that goes directly to the CMOS battery, and that's what keeps your date and time and all your configs up to date. So if you have these over here turned on, everything else is irrelevant. So anyway, guys, my time is up here for the night. Just to let you guys know, I do upload videos 3 times a week. Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays from 8 o'clock p.m. to 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 9:30 is my usual time, but depends on how many people I have in chats. Depends on how long I will stay on. So again, I definitely do want to take the time to thank each and every single one of you for being a part of the live stream. And for those of you who are new, if you're not yet subscribed, go ahead and get subscribed for more content, and be sure to turn on all of those beautiful bell notifications. So therefore, you'll be notified every single time I live stream. But until then, I definitely do want to thank you guys again for being a part of the channel. And as always, be safe, stay sharp, stay frosty, and most of all, stay vigilant. Until next time, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.